Good evening and welcome to The Talk, an evening with a celebrity from BMC Global Life. And it's my privilege to introduce the guest for this evening, the Ambassador of Bangladesh to the Kingdom of Bahrain, Dr. Nazrul Islam. Your Excellency, good evening. Welcome to The Talk.
Thank you, BMC Global Life, for having me, and I wish you all the best, and thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much.
At your
The honor
show.
and pleasure is ours, Your Excellency. So on this episode, we would like to hear from you, the ambassador of a community that forms a major share of Bahrain's expatriate population. Your roles, your responsibilities, your mission as a diplomat. I think you have completed 3 years in the country, isn't it?
Yes.
How do you look at your tenure, the 3-year tenure?
No, thank you very much. And I arrived here in Bahrain 2020 March during a very difficult time. You know, pandemic COVID-19 was all around the world, and particularly in Bahrain, in the Middle East, it was also restricted.
Yes.
And I had almost 1.5 years during this pandemic, difficult time. And despite these challenges, I could manage to serve our community, particularly those who needed then consular services and also some humanitarian assistance. And you know, Bangladesh community, they are second largest
Yes.
after Indian community, and their number at that time during 2020 when I arrived, it was almost 200,000. And many of them, they needed our support, and we could extend that support. And despite all these challenges, I must say His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and His Royal Highness Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, they have done excellent job during this pandemic. And Bahrain is known one of the role model
Yes.
for managing COVID.
COVID, yeah.
And they were very kind towards the expat community and towards also Bangladesh community. And His Majesty King announced amnesty, those who had some irregular visas and other issues, and they were given amnesty. And many of Bangladesh community, they took that advantage. And apart from this community affairs and supporting our Bangladesh community members, I also worked slowly, given the pandemic period, restrictions and other things. I was fortunate, as I said, that Kingdom of Bahrain, they managed very well, and even during pandemic, His Majesty King gave us time to present my credentials in May
Yes.
2020. And so I was actually almost after 3 months of my arrival, I was fully functional. And I started meeting with different key officials, parliamentarians, Shura Council President, and Council of Representatives Speaker, Foreign Minister, Under Secretaries, all key officials. And I must say all Bahraini government officials, they supported me during this difficult time. And apart from government officials, as a diplomat and from Bangladesh, I wanted to enhance trade and investment relations between two countries. So I met a few hundred business people here in Bahrain, and chambers, Mr. Samin Nas and others. Even during this pandemic, I had Zoom meeting with so many people. And when they allowed to have in-person meeting, I started meeting in persons. So in a nutshell, I can say that during last 3 years, my embassy officials, myself, and also our Bangladesh community, we are very tried to be proactive to enhance our bilateral engagement. And Bangladesh economy is doing much. It was very good before pandemic, but you know, all around the world during pandemic it was slowed down.
Yes, yes.
And afterwards, pandemic is over. Now, Ukraine-Russian war has a dent in each economy. Bangladesh is no exception of that. But despite all these challenges, I must say I could do some justice and also enhancing our bilateral engagement with Kingdom of Bahrain. So I'm working, and still I'm looking forward to have some more time to stay in Bahrain to move forward some bigger projects.
Great. Great. Your Excellency, you came to Bahrain at a very crucial time for your community. There had been certain unfortunate incidents following one major incident, and it was a tough situation, plus COVID, as you said. So, as a diplomat, you would have come into the country with a certain mission. What is your prime initiative in your mind? What is the major goal that you would want to achieve for your community in Bahrain? Like, I'm sure you finished almost 3 years, you hope to continue, and you mentioned about trade and other projects as well. What is your major vision for your community in the country?
No, major wish for my community, as you said, yes, we had a difficult time for last COVID period, and also before COVID, pre-COVID there has been some incidents which actually, frankly speaking, they unofficially suspended visas. But thanks due to my proactive initiative and talking to concerned officials, and they agreed to look into Singapore model for recruiting fresh trained workers from Bangladesh. So that's one of the important aspects. I am working with our community, and also apart from these manpower issues, actually basically there have been few hundred good Bangladeshi small and medium enterprises who are running different businesses. So I am supporting them to grow, and so that they can work here peacefully, and they can work with Bahraini colleagues, businessmen, to growing business, as I said, trade and investment relations. That another, because our bilateral trade is very little. It is almost 40 million, but it can go up to 100 plus million. Because Bangladesh is exporting, export figure last year it was $52 billion.
Okay.
So we are second largest ready-made garment exporters, and other many quality products. So we can work on that front, and Bahraini businesses, they can look at Bangladesh business opportunities, market and investment opportunities. We are inviting foreign investors there. That's second major initiative I am taking. So bilateral trade delegation from Bahrain chamber, they should visit Bangladesh, and also Bangladeshi chambers, FBCCI, MCCI, Dhaka Chamber of Commerce and Industry, they should visit also Bahrain to look at business opportunities. And apart from this, you know, there is a Bangladesh community school here. And that's a major project I have undertaken. During COVID, I completed drawing and design, and we completed bidding process. We finalized the contractor, and we got urban planning department authorities approval for traffic study, and we are waiting for their final building permit. When it is given in a month or two, we will commence the construction. And that land was given by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa in 2005 at Ali.
Yeah.
So we are looking at that project, and if we can complete that building, nearly 1,000 Bangladeshi students.
Okay.
That's my
Currently
brief
the
mission.
school is in the Kanu compound, right?
Kanu compound. And apart from this trade, investment and community affairs, I have another big project. I am trying to convince Bahrain government to give us a piece of land so that we can construct our own chancery complex.
Oh, interesting.
So that's actually because Bangladesh has been operating here since 1983, 37 years plus. So why don't we construct our own chancery?
Yes.
Because it would be cost saving, and also current rented premises for the chancery where embassy located, that's very tight accommodation wise. So we need to have a bigger space for our community, and also for different bilateral engagement. So Kingdom of Bahrain, as it is a very unique place in the Middle East, and it is a open society, people are very friendly, and government under the visionary leadership of His Majesty King are very proactive in economic and social issues, and also peaceful coexistence of different faiths,
Yes.
communities, and expat different nationalities. They are actually enjoying the life here in Bahrain. So I am looking at in a very greater way to have engagement between Bangladesh and Bahrain.
Yeah, the future looks bright. Taking you back to the school project once more, the school is open to all nationals, or is it?
Currently, it is basically running two curriculum. One is our Bangladesh national curriculum, English version. So mostly Bangladeshi parents, those who are working here, their kids are coming here. And also British curriculum, Cambridge, we are giving education from grade 6 to grade 10. So other nationalities, currently there are, I think, almost 100.
Okay, so it's open to other nationals.
Open, subject to some, seats quota restrictions, because that Cambridge version, their capacity is, I think, maximum 200, like that. And mostly national curriculum students are there. 980 students currently studying. Out of that, almost 80% are national curriculum, 20% are Cambridge.
Right.
So foreign students, other nationalities, they can get enrollment. Yes, that's allowed. And
Your Excellency, what is the mix of population like in profession-wise?
profession-wise, actually 3 to 5% are some professionals like doctors, engineers, teachers, and other management and accountants, like sort of things. And another 2-3% are almost few thousands, actually. Exact number it is not known to us, but I can visualize with the CR, commercial registration. There are a significant number of business people. And 5 to 7% will be business and professionals, and rest almost 90% are working community, and they are working in constructions, cleaning, agriculture, and some other electrical and auto mechanics, all
general trading,
general trading and work profession.
Yeah, and on that note, I would like to hear your opinion on a larger perspective, like countries like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Philippines, the labor sending countries or expat sending countries. What is your opinion of the importance of training for people migrating to a foreign country, especially to the Middle East?
No, that's actually a very important issue, and I have been working in the Middle East here 3 years. Before that, I was in Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and also before that, shortly 1 year, I was in Beirut, Lebanon. So, and before that, I had experience dealing with Middle East as Director General in the Foreign Office, Dhaka. So I used to work with our Ministry of Expatriates Welfare and Overseas Employment, those who are entrusted with foreign recruitment and overseas employment. My focus, and I think all these countries in the South Asia and also Philippines, those who are sending workers in the Middle East, they should give top priority in training and capacity building for their working force. If you send trained workers, even that person is in cleaning, they should be given proper training, because cleaning is an art.
Definitely.
An art, and they should learn that. And some countries, they are able to send some vocational trained people, like India. Their quality of workers are better than other countries. And Philippines, they are sending nurses, and also from India, Kerala, there are a lot of nurses working in the Middle East, I have seen. So for Bangladesh and also other sending countries, whatever profession people are coming, the most important thing, each and every one should be given training, and we can set up training centers in our countries. And that's why we have a great move with Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and also with Bahrain. I have started, as I said, that we should have set up joint venture training centers in Bangladesh. Like Saudi Arabia, they came forward with that idea. And recently, Saudi government, they enlisted 25 trades who can come to Saudi Arabia, provided they have completed basic training back home. And they have a list of accredited institutions like that. So we are planning to do same for Bahrain. So training wise, if you give good training, and also not only their profession, plus also they need to know about etiquettes, manners, cultural issues of Middle Eastern countries, and basic Arabic skills should be given, and also English, since English is widely used in this part of the world. So this language, culture, etiquettes, and also their profession, if we can combine all this training, give them before their departure from their home countries, then it is very easy to handle, and they will be less exploited, and their salary will be enhanced, and due to their quality, because they are trained, so they can contribute a better way for their home country, for their family, and also for the destination countries where they are coming, particularly in the Middle East. I have seen in whole Middle East we have 5+ million Bangladeshi workers in Saudi Arabia, Oman, Qatar, Kuwait, Emirates, and Bahrain. So if, as I said, in Bahrain and similar in Saudi Arabia, 90% they are semi-skilled, untrained, unskilled. So if we increase this percentage from 5 to even less than 5%, trained or professionals. I'm not talking about professional, I'm talking about trained workers.
Trained workers.
So if that percentage we can increase 10-20%, automatically remittance flow will be almost double. Currently Bangladesh, we are having per year $25 billion remittance. We can increase it is up to 40 to 50 billion. If we train another 20% workers, we can give them different vocations, vocational training, skills development we can do. And that's why Government of Bangladesh, we have set up particular institutions under the Prime Minister's office, NSDA, National Skill Development Authority. So they are focusing on this, and we had actually during COVID, and also last year recently we had an exclusive meeting with them, how to navigate these skills, and also how to impart the proper training to our workforce and bring them, and so that they are not being exploited, and their job and their wage protection is there. Thank you.
Tonight with us on the talk from BMC Global Live, it is the Bangladesh Ambassador to the Kingdom of Bahrain, His Excellency Dr. Nazrul Islam. Let's take a short break. Welcome back to this episode of The Talk, an evening with a celebrity, and tonight with me is the very respected Dr. Nazrul Islam, the Ambassador of Bangladesh to the Kingdom of Bahrain. Your Excellency, Bangladesh is celebrating its 52 years of independence, and I think in Bahrain you just celebrated 52 years of independence. How do you look at the country's development over the years? Because it's shining now, isn't it?
No, thank you very much, Ms. Rajivani Krishnan, and you have asked very important aspects of our Bangladesh journey, and 52 years we completed our independence, and other day last week we celebrated here.
Yes.
Due to Ramadan we deferred. Actually our Independence Day on 26th of March.
26th, yes.
And but we had a reception on 7th May this month. And 52 years journey of Bangladesh was not a smooth one. It was a difficult one.
Yes.
You know that right after Liberation War, there has been a challenging time, and our founding father, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, he led the country for 3.5 years, and during that 3.5 years, he laid the foundation of all important elements of our country, framing or formulating, adopting the Constitution of Bangladesh right after liberation in '72, and also making he made a lot of international friends, and 190 countries almost they recognized Bangladesh during these 3.5 years. And unfortunately, himself, our founding father Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and his entire family was assassinated in 1975. That's we still observe that day at our National Mourning Day. And I make it short, currently our Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, she is able daughter of our founding father Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. She has been in office since 2009 this time. So 15th year she
Of
is
her
running
office,
in
yeah.
office. And you can say Bangladesh, if I calculate the how it came in 52 years, 270 times economy grew in 52 years, and almost 60% development happened in last 15 years. If you see that 2006, when the last regime who were in power, since I am not political, I am not naming them, but then 2006, one figure I tell, electricity coverage in the country was only 20%.
Oh, okay.
And in 15 years, just last few months back, Bangladesh electricity coverage is 100%. So can you see that 15 years
leap,
how
yeah.
leap forward Bangladesh has achieved? And mega projects like Padma Bridge, 6.15
Yes.
kilometer long, that was opened last year in June 2020.
Stretch, isn't it?
Yes,
The
and
full
that actually will, in World Bank, other ADB, they are predicting that country's growth will be 1.5% more due to that bridge, because connecting south side of country with north side, with the central and west side, and also Chittagong port, you know, that traffic flow earlier used to take 12 hours to 14 hours journey from Barisal, my hometown, to Chittagong. Now it will take only 7 hours, half time, you know, reduced due to that bridge. So lot of things happening, and also another nuclear power plant is coming in end of this year or next year. First unit will be inaugurated. That's 1.2 giga, you know, electricity, and some other mega projects are running also in the country. So we are fortunate to have a visionary leader like Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, and in literacy, in economic development, in infrastructural development, in cultural, in socio-economic indicators, you know, life expectancy at liberation when we got, it was around 50. Now it is 73.
Okay.
So you see how it is, and literacy
The overall
then
development,
then it was in 71, 72. It is almost 32, below 30% of our literacy. Now it is 75. We are approaching 80, 90, and kids, children in the school-going children enrollment, it is almost 100%.
Very good.
And women empowerment, it is Bangladesh is a model for many developing countries, because Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, she is a lady herself, and in the perhaps Muslim world, she is current only head of government.
Yeah, head of institution.
And she is moving the country towards, and also digitalization, digital Bangladesh slogan she took in 2009, and completed, it is almost penetration of internet, electricity, mobile, it is almost 90% population. It was earlier 10, below 10 or 10, 15%. Even 1.5 decades ago, it was 40 like percentage of internet penetration. It is 80% plus. And Bangladesh is one of the largest, I think second largest freelancers who are working online in the world. So our population is not big, 170 million. It is the 8th largest in global context, but even China, India, their population of billions. So comparing that, Bangladesh economy, Bangladesh ICT sector, they are doing very good. And we are looking forward to further development. And another milestone Bangladesh achieved this year, United Nations, last year in fact, United Nations declared that Bangladesh will no longer be least developed country in 2026. So we achieved that 3 economic indicators, and we are moving forward to developing nations, middle income economy. And current Prime Minister, she has made another visionary country's vision 2041, making Bangladesh a smart Bangladesh.
Smart Bangladesh, yes.
So that's and another important, many actually foreign people perhaps they don't know that already that is in implementation, and government of Bangladesh is working with government of Netherlands. We have a 100-year delta plan.
Okay.
Bangladesh is a delta, so water, riverine and agriculture, a lot of things happening in Bangladesh. So government of Netherlands, since they are expert in agriculture and water management, So we joined with them, and they are supporting our vision Delta Plan 2100. So that's almost 85 years, 80 years plus visionary document we have taken, and it is being implemented decade by decade basis.
Right.
With the support of government of Netherlands, and we have international support collaboration with our big neighbors, country like Republic of India. They are very supportive to during Liberation War they supported, and also till date we have excellent ties with them, and they have a good investment in Bangladesh, different economic zones and others, and also with China we have good economic interactions, with USA, with Britain, and with Middle East, particularly where I am sitting, with Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and Bahrain. All countries we have excellent ties, and under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, Bangladesh is moving forward a new
Right.
phase of its development.
That's a beautiful portrayal of the country, Your Excellency, and that speaks a lot about a leadership, the visionary leadership. Congratulations to the government of Bangladesh, its people, and yourself for this achievement. And I can run a parallel, as you've been mentioning, this small island kingdom is an example of, again, a visionary leadership. The progress of a country lies in that, complemented by the efforts of its people, definitely. All said and done, it's not complete if you do not tell us about the beauty of Bangladesh, because the other day I happened to go through an exhibition and some magazines. It came as a surprise to me a couple of years ago when not 2 years ago, before you, the previous ambassador, a very good friend, Major Mominer, he had gifted me a book showing the beauty of Bangladesh. So Bangladesh is also a destination, isn't it? And there are certain projects to promote it as a destination as well. Tell us a little about your thoughts.
No, thank you very much. And perhaps I should give that book of Glimpses of Bangladesh.
Glimpses of Bangladesh.
We published actually. We had a photography exhibition here in Bahrain.
Yes, yeah.
And that also attracted a huge number of Bahraini visitors. That was held in Sif Mall. And award-winning 2 photographers, they came. I brought them, and their photography was on display. And as Bangladesh destination, actually, I wanted to showcase here in Bahrain, and they were amazed to see that Cox's Bazar, longest sea beach perhaps in the world, unbroken, 120 kilometers long, and also Sundarbans mangrove forest, one of the largest, 6,000 plus square kilometer inside Bangladesh, and 5,500 square kilometer inside India. So that's very UNESCO heritage site. So Royal Bengal tiger is there, deer is there. So they were amazed to learn that in Bangladesh this kind of mangrove forest is there.
Yes.
Almost 7 times of their country's size. That forest is there. And also we have mountain. Chittagong hill tracts, Bandarbans, Khagrasuri, Rangamati, Kaptai lakes are the natural, lakes are there. So there are so many things to see in Bangladesh. So I invited them to visit Bangladesh. I'm working on that project. And similarly, as you said, since Bangladesh, Bahrain, Kingdom of Bahrain is also blessed with a visionary leadership of King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. And there is a mutual coexistence and interfaith harmony is here. So people of Bangladesh, they would love to visit Bahrain as well. So other day I met their tourism minister, Ms. Fatima, and we had discussion on that front also. I will be inviting Bangladeshi tour operators visiting Bahrain, and also Bahraini tour operators visiting Bangladesh. And also, since I held Bangladesh photo exhibitions here in Bahrain, so I invited Bahraini photographers to visit Bahrain in Dhaka. So I'm working on that front, and it would be a win-win for both countries, I think.
Glide in the vibe of life. A land of love Let's wander, embellished with hundreds of streams. Season sings in 6 tunes, dances in 6 rhythms. It's a bondage of soil and soul. Every day is a celebration with the design of affection. Earth plays here in the heart and mind, holding the golden heritage. Discern the passion of treasure and tradition. Endless endearment in the world's longest sea beach. Step into the ocean of love. Discover the dreamland. Explore the diversity. Hospitality truly inherited. Cosmos of clouds clasping the hills. Unfold the vibration in the folds of the hill tracks. Splendid rhythm, seducing, mesmerizing landscape, melody of mind, devotion of diverse lifestyle. Ethnic taste with ultimate intimacy. Fantasy of flora and fauna deep inside the fascinating forest. Breathe in the beat of history. Lots of ancients have hundreds of stories. Feel the warmth of color, culture, and concord. Festivals, secret of social harmony. Abundance of happiness round the year. Expression of love everywhere that will bring you back here again and again. Bangladesh, full of love. Anything more? Welcome to beautiful Bangladesh, a land of love.
And I think the BMC audience would also love to hear about the taste of Bangladesh. I think you have a project in hand trying to bring in Tommy Mia.
Yes.
Tell us about it, sir.
No, thank you. And yes, Bangladeshi cuisine and food festival.
Especially the street food.
Yeah, street food, and also some specialty of our. We have actually common heritage from South Asia, India, and Bangladesh. There is a commonalities, but certainly
specific to Bangladesh.
Yeah, specific to Bangladesh, and in London, curry industry leader is Mr. Tommy Mia. And he has been displaying his culinary art to different parts of the world, and he has expressed his keen interest to come to Bahrain. So I'm working on that, his visit. Maybe in a couple of months we'll be organizing something here in one of the hotels, in collaboration with them, and where we can invite expat community, BMC team also.
Yes, definitely. I think Bahrain will get a taste of real Bangladesh in the coming months in 2023. All the very best for all that, Your Excellency. As we come to the close of the show, can I ask you, what is your doctoral thesis on?
Now, my doctoral thesis was on international water law.
I knew this, and I wanted you to speak on this.
And
please tell us about it, because
actually, I did my honors and masters in economics from University of
very, very important topic for the current scenario.
And later on, actually, when I started my PhD in University of New England in Australia, my focus was on environmental economics. Because as I studied economics, but my focus on climate change, water, and environmental things. So I started researching on that, and water studies in broad topic, you can say. But later on, I focused on legal issues, actually international water law conventions and other things I studied, and ended up my completion of a PhD thesis under a School of Law. From the University of New England, and I was fortunate to have very good supervisors. Both were Australians, and also had to inform you that I had a third supervisor. She is a lady from Kolkata, and she happens to be water expert in South Asia, and also she is teaching at Australian National University, Dr. Kuntala Lahiri Dutt. So she was my third supervisor, and I was happy to have collaboration with her during my study in Australia.
And finally, do we get to know about your family, please?
I have with me my family, my wife, Nazrul Habib. She is basically homemaker, but she did her master's degree in nutrition. And I have 3 sons, almost one completed graduation, and second one will be completed next year, and third son, he is studying grade 6.
Great. Your Excellency, thank you very much for joining us at the BMC studios. Can I have your final remarks and your message to your community and the larger community in Bahrain, please?
No, thank you, and again I would like to express my gratitude, thanks to BMC Global Live, Bahrain Media City, for having me for the talk, the show you are running, and the message to my Bangladesh community members who are living in Bahrain, Kingdom of Bahrain, that I wish you all the best, and also I am here to support each community member, whatever support they need, number one. Number two, I request them to abide by the laws of this land, and also work hard for mutual benefits, taking some good projects in economic front, in education front, in cultural, whatever front they wish to take. Bangladesh community members, Embassy of Bangladesh here in the Kingdom of Bahrain, they will be with them to support any noble cause they take, and any economic or social projects, and even humanitarian aspects. And by the way, here there are 2 Bangladesh good society there. One is Bangladesh Cultural Society, they are operating here, and also Bangladesh Samaj. These 2 registered associations of our Bangladesh community, they are working for many years, and recently Bangladesh Business Forum they formed for promoting business ties with Bahrain, and also Bangladesh business community. So I welcome these 2 social and cultural entities, and also 2 business entities. So it is good that they are
Yes,
focusing on
yes.
both social and economic issues.
Economic issues, yeah.
And I wish all the best to them. And as long as I am here, I will be working for their protection, their welfare, their well-being, and promoting Bangladesh-Bahrain ties in a greater way. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for joining us. So that was the very focused diplomat, the Bangladesh ambassador to the Kingdom of Bahrain, His Excellency Dr. Nazrul Islam, with us on this episode of The Talk, an evening with a celebrity from BMC Global Life. Until we meet next week with yet another guest, this is Rajiv Nikrishnan signing off. Good night.